Welcome back to Blast Guys Reviews. In this review, we're going to take a look at the new Joytoy Freedom Militia 03 1/18 scale action figure. This is the box that it comes in. Got the pretty cool artwork on the front. On the top left of the camera with the Freedom Militia 03 logo. On the right, the Battle for the Stars logo. On the bottom, the Joytoy and the scale there on the bottom right of the video. Top of the box, we have the Joytoy logo. On the bottom of the box, we have the Joytoy logo. This side of the box, it has some company and product information, UPC. You can pause to read that if you would like. This side of the box, product statement, checking hazard warnings. Not for children under 3. These are recommended for at least ages 17 and up. These are adult collectibles. Back of the box, just some pretty nice product images of the figure. Full body figure, the back, and then a close-up of the chest and head area. And at the bottom, all that great stuff we've seen on the front. So that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the figure outside the packaging. This is what it looks like inside the clamshell with all his weapons in his own slot, and him all by himself in his slot, I guess. Here we have a product insert, Freedom Mission number 3, Battle for the Stars logo. Unfolds, and then we have an all geared up, all geared down photo, and we have an accessory statement. Here we have the product, precautions. You can pause and read that on your own, and a breakdown of how to take your figure apart if necessary, or for customs. Joytoy there. Alright, so here he is outside the clamshell. My first impressions was like, oh, I know this is going to be the better of the 3 characters in this Freedom Militia line. He looks fantastic. It doesn't look like he's being plagued with all those other issues. And, in my opinion, which we'll take a look at here during the Headsculpt review, he kind of looks like Flint. If you guys are looking for a modern Flint, and all you need is a beret for his head. And I'm telling you, he looks like Flint in my opinion. Let's go and take a look at that Headsculpt. He kind of looks like a modern version of Flint. If you want to get away from the original vintage look in a modern version, get him a beret, and he would be in a shotgun from Marauder Task Force. And this guy would look like Flint, or actually that he comes with a shotgun. So he looks really cool. So here's a Headsculpt. Got the buzzer on the side of the head. He does have the fat head like the other ones do, but you know, he hides it pretty well on this figure. Hair on the top of the head, comb back, like a military cut almost. Not a basic training cut, but at least a more of a clean cut character. We have his scarf around his neck. We have the radio on his chest, a bunch of pouches on his plate carrier or his vest. Magazines there. Here we have some kind of tie on his arm. Nothing on this side. On his belt we have some pouches throughout, strap. We have some pouches going around his side here. Here's a loop here. We're going to be looking at this further here in the video. And on the back, fully loaded with all kinds of paint and gear and pouches and radios and color. The back end looks fantastic. Detailing right there at the best. It's like the best that Joytoy has to offer sometimes with this amazing detail. And we'll talk more about this little loop here in a little bit. And then we have this. Pouches here. Down at the bottom we do have, he has 2 thigh pads. We have a holster for his pistol. I love the green. It looks fantastic. We have a large pouch here on the other leg. Another thing I could say, maybe this might get in the way if like sitting in vehicles because it's so bulky. Knee pads. His feet. Bottom of his feet. Big holes. Looks fantastic. So, let's take a 360 look at him, and then we'll look at him at some other angles because there's a lot to see in this character. There's a lot of paint, a lot of sculpting. I think he looks fantastic. You might have noticed that his joints are painted relatively better. They're very glossy. They're not the same color, dull color as the pants, but this, I can deal with this. Not a black, not a blue. And then his joints in his arms, his shoulders here are black, which is, he has a black shirt. That's fantastic. This doesn't bother me here, but I get it. But still should be a little, it should mirror the pants and the shirt, in my opinion. You might have noticed there is no attachment to the thigh pads, so that's going to allow a little better for the sitting. All depends on the articulation of the crotch, if it's cut correctly. But he looks really good. This is probably my favorite of the three. Nice. Kinds of cool stuff. Nice detail. Very cool. Alright, so let's go ahead. We'll take a look at the articulation of the figure. Okay, let's get started. So for the head, you can turn it 360 around the scarf. It kind of pops off because the scarf kind of pushes him up. Let's see what it looks like without the scarf. We don't see no joint there. Like I said, he has a little the fat head problem, but it's not as bad. It looks pretty good. But if you keep the scarf on, let's see here. Was it on right? Was it on backwards? There we go. So again, around the head, 360. We have, yeah, he has a side to side. Not too much on that side. Up a little bit, down a little bit. The arms, 360. About that far up. Rotation at the elbow, 360. Gets you about 90. The wrists are on the newer joint. It kind of goes around, up and down, side in and out, in kind of different angles you would want. You can see that they have the balls actually painted flush color there. It's how they, I think the glove should come back a little farther, but it's kind of hidden a good bit. Just chest articulation, which fortunately we can't see because of the vest. There's a waist swivel 360, but it's got a lot going on there. I'm not going to force it. We have thigh rotation. Splits, pretty good. This way, pretty good. And then bring this leg over. And the sitting in the vehicle is not the greatest. They need to get a high cut right here up around so you can get that leg up in there. This is the older style crotch designs. They need to get that more modern when they were doing before they got into the Warhammer stuff. Double jointed knees, very nicely. We have feet down, not too much up because this piece kind of hits his ankle there. You can get that to rotate on the ball if you want. From side to side a little bit, and then we have toe articulation here, like so. All together so far, I think he's a really well-rounded figure. Definitely my favorite of the three of the Freedom Militia guys. Looks really, really good. Even if you wanted to get a couple of these guys and then keep one like this, it'd be worth the character, and then paint one up for Flint. And if you wanted a modern style G1 paint scheme applied to your figure. So for his first weapon, I love this green. Got a little red there on the back. It looks like not shells or anything. Or rounds, that's what that is. This little paint. Green on this side, very nicely sculpted. We got a scope on top, or maybe red dot sight. Very cool. So you can hold his weapon. Pretty good. See if we can get that to flow right in like the Warhammer stuff. It's a little high. Oh, there we go. Popped right in. And the way it looks, it's like you can get a double-handed wield on this guy. That's fantastic. It looks great. Still, man, this looks like Flint to me. I can't get that out of my head. Looks really cool. Very good. So that's one weapon. And then I did mention his shotgun, so here's his shotgun. Right, the green. This is going to give him ownership, this green, because he has them on his vest and on his other weapon also. There you can see that green. And then on this side we have a little bit of red, which I believe they're going for shotgun shells there. I don't know why they'd have shotgun shells on that automatic weapon, but that's what they were going for. So we have a flashlight. Looks very good. Okay, let's set him aside. We're going to be taking a look at those rings I was telling you about here in a second. And we're going to utilize all these accessories, so hang out there with me. And I'll show you something that's really cool about this figure. Here's his shotgun. Double-handed wield also. Looks fantastic. I really wish that the shotgun shells are on the outside here, because you could see them better, but see they're on the inside there. They give it a little more presence on it for your displays. Let's see what else we got here. We do have a standard pistol we've seen with the other two. Very cool. It's either a Glock or a 9mm or something like that. And let's take a shotgun out of his hand. See how well he holds his pistol. Should be fairly good like the other ones if they use the same hands, which they probably do. And then we have the pistol. Got a good straight wield on it, hold on it. Pretty decent. Decent look. And then let's take a look at his holster, which he can hold it pretty decently. And it's got a nice snug fit, can hold the figure up. Pretty good. Really nice. Okay, he has two alternate hands. Check out him backwards. Matches his gloves that he has on, padded gloves. Looks pretty good. So I saved this best part for last, in my opinion. Here we have a functioning carabiner, black. That's probably why this is important. Now, unlike the other one, I think had a carabiner and they didn't had. So you have these weapons, which is fantastic. They made a slot. You need a slot for the weapons for these carabiners if you're going to put them on the figures. Your slot here, slot there. So you can get your hold here. So that'd be for your shotgun if you're using your automatic weapon, or we can swap them out. And well, it looks like that one's got a little deeper stock than I would prefer, but you might not be able to get him to hold this one very presentatively. So what's nice about this carabiner, it's a soft plastic, so you have options. Now it would have been really nice if you got two of these, because you can put one. I can get this to the camera here. You can put one on the front here. It looks like I might have to pause the video and hook that in there. Yep, I'll be right back. Okay, here he is. Got that in there. And then you can take the shotgun, for example. And probably should have put the gun on, huh? There you go. Kind of hangs a little farther than his feet, but that's an option. But probably the best place to put this is going to be here in the back on this ring that we talked about. And that is pretty big. There we go. And then he has his shotgun. Oh, now. Alright, let's try that again. It's a softer rubber, so you got to get it to set in there. Alright, I'll try this again. Oops. Okay, here it is. Looks cool. I found that if you go up under the back and in the back of his backside, it helps keep that from falling out. So go up underneath and put the hook through the back and facing you, and you can get that look. It's a little lower than we would probably have liked, but it's a cool option, and I don't think there's anywhere else on this person. So at least you can carry all his accessories at some point in your displays or in battle. So he has his backup from his automatic rifle. Looks very cool. Yeah, looks very, very nice. Okay, here's a comparison of all three of them together. They look very nice as a unit. Very cool. I highly recommend them. They're pretty good. Nothing's perfect, but my favorite one has got to be number 3, the one in the center. He's definitely the better playability, better details. I mean, the sniper would be my second one, which would be number 2. And then number 1 is a great army builder because he's a mass character. But if I had to rank him, that's the way I think I would put him. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I hope you guys enjoy the all 3 videos I put out for the Freedom Militia line from Joytoy. Don't forget to check each one out. They have their own pros and cons. They look good. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for your support. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the video. And as always, we'll see you in our next review.